Hi, I'm Dr. Birkenstock, owner of Skin Body Health in Mandeville and New Orleans, Louisiana. We're here, we come every week or two to tell you all about anti-aging tips, vitality tips, and how to age gracefully in this wonderful world that we live in. We also talk about diabetes, blood pressure, weight loss, hormones, Botox and beauty tips, and we often do live demonstrations many times with a testimonial. Tonight I'd like to talk about how to clear up what's going on in this mysterious world that we're living in right now. Is so much emotional turmoil, it can take us abound. How can we get out of this emotional turmoil and get back to being on track? Well, a lot of times when we cluster all of our complaints and all of the things that patients and clients tell us, whether it's through our Zoom phone calls, because we do have clients across the nation, or whether it's in clinic at one of our two in-house locations, or if we're doing talks in Alabama or Florida, where we also do live talks and in-home shows there, what we find lots of times is that people are complaining of something, and they might not say the word, but it's imposter syndrome. Well, what is imposter syndrome? That's when the world is so chaotic and we feel like we're a fluke, like it's fraudulent. Perhaps we accidentally got this role in a movie or a show or a dance team. Or perhaps we were picked for this job at work and feel like, how did they pick me? Will I ever be able to live up to that high standard? And we work at more and more perfectionism, when in fact, perfection is a role we'll never achieve. So what is this imposter syndrome? You can call it different things, emotional distress or the world in a flux. What it is being able to keep your self-esteem high when the world is attacking us and or our personal goals are attacking us. So for example, what does it feel like? It feels like when you look on social media, their lives look perfect. They have the best job. They have the perfect relationship. Look at the perfect family and the perfect kids. Well, my social event or my family event or my holiday or vacation didn't go that smooth. It was more like the Vacation Lampoon, the funny movie about how everything goes wrong on vacation. Chevy Chase did one several years ago. In getting to movie stars, people like Tom Hanks, Whitney Houston, many celebrities have been quoted as, but I feel like I'm a fraud. My next movie won't be as good as the last because that was a fluke. My next album won't be as good as the last. How can I repeat it again? And these people, the big celebrities, no matter how much praise, no matter how many trophies they win, global awards and such, it's never enough for them to feel like that they're not a fraud. And why is that? It's because it all boils down to three things, like my dear friend and colleague Marissa Peer wrote in her book, I am not enough. And it's something that gets to the inner self-esteem. So there's really three main things that people go through in their lifetime. And if we can bring these things out on the table and cure them, life's never going to be perfect, but it's going to be perfectly imperfect. So I'm not enough is one of them. It is not available to me. It's available to that person on social media. It's available to that celebrity, but it's not available to me. And last but not least, I'm not lovable. All of those things are hogwash. God made each and every one of us lovable, perfectly imperfect, and wonderful. But what we have to do is start praising ourselves. So one way to get rid of this low self-esteem, emotional chaos, or imposter syndrome is to remind ourselves we need to accept praise. So when someone says, oh, I love your outfit, we don't want to say, that old thing, it's 10 years old. You had better to say, and it embeds in your mind, oh, I like this outfit too. thank you so very much. If someone compliments you on a presentation you made, or a paper, or a goal you achieved at work, accomplishing X amount of success, X amount of sales, or a very important meeting that you went to, a board meeting of some such, and that you did very well at, don't diminish it by saying, well, it was really easy, it didn't take me that long, or it's really not my best work. Take in those compliments. Reward yourself and bathe them. When someone gives you a gift, accept it. I love this gift. It's a wonderful gift, because that was something someone picked out for you, knowing that that would touch your heart. So we know that we need to cut down on the influence of social media, because all it can do is bring us down. When we go to, there was a precious spot or segment on Instagram where the lady, and she's breathtakingly gorgeous, says, oh no, I'm not using a filter, and then she presses the button and it shows her face without the filler, where she's got a little bit of dark circles under her eyes, and her makeup's a little bit of a mess, and she's got a couple of spots on her cheek, and it was just showing. With the filter, she looked like some goddess. Without the filter, she was still beautiful, but she was perfectly imperfect. We don't want to try to achieve perfection, because it's a goal you can never reach. It's a race that you never get to the end of the finish line. So, one more thing that we can do to overcome our imposter syndrome, and you'll hear me talk about this throughout the weeks, is self-hypnosis, and also, most importantly, rapid transformational therapy. So there are some great self-hypnosis tapes. I love my colleague and friend Marissa Peer, and her tapes that you can listen to from her website, marissapeer.com. That's MRISAPEER, marissapeer.com. She's a wonderful hypnotherapist. I've been through her classes, and I am certified in Rapid Transformational Therapy, or RTT. And what we do is we put the conscious brain, sight, hearing, smell, taste, to rest, and we start talking to the subconscious brain. And this may sound a little woo-woo, but there are definitely, in this day and age, plenty of scientific studies. We'll try to put them in the links on our website and on our YouTube channel, so that you can go listen to some of the famous neuroscientists and how they all know that this is becoming current science. The brain is, at what we now know, has much neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity means it can be rewired and refired, and we can change the thinking in the brain. We can change the wiring of the brain, so that those old thoughts of disbelief, those old thoughts of low self-esteem, and problems of any kind, whether it's relationship problems, addiction problems, gambling problems, they can be wiped out and be replaced with new bricks of that yellow brick roll to get us better outcomes in our life. Please, if you missed any of our previous webinars, we talk on everything from rapid transformational therapy and brain health, to anti-aging and body health, to weight loss, to hormones, to hair replacement therapy, female and male, genital enhancement, and so on and so forth. Anything about vitality and longevity, you're going to hear it on our channel. And that YouTube channel is Dr. Birkenstock Skin Body Health. We're also on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and our two Facebook pages as well. So please like and share our webinars. We always love to have you. If you like and share our webinar, if you do decide to do rapid transformational therapy, which is a form of hypnosis, but instead of sitting on a couch for whatever problem for 6 years, 10 years, year and a half, we're going to do it in 1 to 5 sessions, and problem is gone. If you do like and share tonight, you can get a reward of $100 off your rapid transformational therapy if you're so inclined. But let us tell you some things you can do naturally for yourself. Number 1, on the back of your iPad or iPhone, on your mirrors, or any important place around your house, write 3 words: I am enough. I'm enough. I've always been enough. I will always be enough, and I'm enough right now, and I've always been enough. 3 words, I am enough. Remember to praise yourself, especially if now, during the transition of many jobs going from outside the workplace to our home, if you're not surrounded by colleagues, because then you miss that social interaction of someone praising you. Even in children in kindergarten, it has been shown, get self-esteem boost from when a child next to them or the teacher says, I love the way you colored the elephant. Oh, look at the beautiful bright colors you used on the red truck. That they absorb that, and it builds their self-esteem. So when we compliment each other, it certainly helps our self-esteem. And again, if you're spending a lot more time alone or doing at-home work right now, compliment yourself. Gee, I did a great job on that presentation, and I even finished it 30 minutes at a time. Look at the blog or the point presentation that I developed. I did a really nice job on this today. I have phenomenal coping skills. I've got all this going on outside the workplace. I'm doing work at home now, trying to get interrupted from kids and questions and the phone's going off, but I have phenomenal coping skills. Give yourself that pat on the back whenever you need to. Praise yourself often. Say, I am a good self-boss. Look at how well I am orchestrating my time and looking how well I am accomplishing my tasks at home. So please remember to accept praise from those in the community and those at work and your followers. Learn to not place a higher importance on social media. There is no perfect life. And as Tom Hanks says, I feel fraudulent every day. And I wonder when they're going to discover I'm a fraud and I'm not as good of an actor as everyone thinks I am. We all know that he's fabulous and he's absolutely fantastic. Robin Williams suffered from this as well and wrote it down on many of his memoirs that he left for his family. So whether you're a big celebrity or whether you're a celebrity in your home or in your family or at your work on a smaller version, remember to praise yourself. Let other people's praise in. Go to YouTube or any meditation tapes, marissapeer.com, and another therapist, Brene Brown. She does some wonderful work on I'm not an imposter and how to get over those imposter feelings. 70% of professional women suffer from, whether it's mild, moderate, or severe, some form of imposter syndrome, and 40% of professional men. And it's a grand majority, well over 50%. Some social experts think it's as high as 80%, with actors, actresses, and musicians feeling that I'm not enough. 3 simple words. Put it on your phone, on your iPad screen, put it around your home and your office. I am enough. I am enough. I am lovable. You can also extrapolate it. It is available to me. There's no one that is not available to. Everything good in life is available to you. You are one of God's beautiful creation, and you can have it perfectly imperfect and have a great life. Remember Rapid Transformational Therapy. We have it here. It's available. We can do it in person or we can do it online by a personal Zoom call. And as always, it's my very pleasure to talk with you. And have a blessed day. Remember, you are enough.